take one. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say on here. Cracker Jack, because that's what these motherfuckers was. My mama not making it no better. My mom was like, she's gonna have a panic attack, like she's gonna break down and cry. He with them a little bit, because you know I can't stay too serious for too long. You're taking me to jail, sir? Like, I kid you not. The girls in the cell was cool as hell. What's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your girl Bougie Lily. So yeah, I got a crazy, hold on, I can't do the lash. I can't, hold on, I can't. I tried to be cute. They got to go, y'all. So this is the story time. This actually happened probably about 2-3 weeks ago. I think like 2 weeks ago, for real. Yeah, probably about 2 weeks ago. Y'all, so first let's start by why I got pulled over in the get-go, like in the first place. And I know I said I was done smoking, but don't judge me, judge your mama. Cause I'ma have to smoke to get through this story. Okay, y'all. So nobody's gonna, damn, y'all not gonna know like what street I'm talking about, cause y'all, okay, anywho. So I was going around, I went around a bunch of cars. Honestly, I only went around 5 cars to get on the turn that I was on. Like I was by 5 feet away from it, and somebody had cut me off, and I got impatient. I was just like, fuck it. So I dashed and I went around a couple cars. It was really like 5. Anywho, one of the cars just so happened to be a police car. Next thing I know, wee. I'm like, bro. Mind y'all, I just went to go pick up my mama from the hospital. Like I was tired. Like I was going through it. Like mind you, I barely had a, anyway, we gonna get into all that. So he pulls me over, wheel. So I pull over and he's like, well, you know, you illegally went past 10 cars. 10?
Sure about that? That's why?
Sir, it was 5, but he was being dramatic. I'm like, 10? But that's how I said it when he said it. I'm like, 10? He's like, yeah,
you illegally went around 10 cars. You're not supposed to bypass like that. You know, that's illegal.
I was like, okay, but 10? Anyway, so he asked for the license. I gave him my license. Girl, it's taking a little minute. And every time it take a little minute, I know it's something. Girl.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Girl, he came back and he said, can
you step out the car for me?
Mind you, I'm literally just like that. Like, y'all, the way I be like reacting to stuff, like that's really how I act in real life. Like, no bullshit. He was like, can you step out the car for me? I'm like, step out the car? He was like, yeah,
I just need to talk to you up here by my car.
I'm like, talk to me up there by your car? I'm like, we can't do it right here? He was
like, no ma'am, I'm gonna have to talk to you up there by my car.
I'm like, okay. I look back at my mama. I'm like, okay. We walk over there and he's like,
are you aware that you have a warrant for your arrest?
I said, a warrant? I said, sir, I ain't did. What you mean? He was like,
yeah, it was for a failure to appear in court last year.
I was like, failure to appear. Mind y'all, I was catching hella tickets back to back last year. I don't know what was going on. The cops was not fucking with me for real, but I was catching hella tickets back to back. And one of them, I forgot to show up to court. They put a warrant out for my arrest. That was like last year. I was like, oh no, I didn't know. I was like, I know I called up there and the lady was like, oh yeah, you don't have a court date, this, that, and the third. Like she was like rushing me to get off the phone because I really did call up there because I knew I had court that month. I just didn't remember what day to go. But the lady on the phone was like, yeah, you don't have court. I'm like, no, I know they gave me a ticket for that. I'm like, okay, but I went with it. Anywho. So he was like, yeah, usually they tell you to still come to the court even. So I was like, yeah, it seemed like she was trying to rush my phone anyway. So I was like, he pulled out the handcuffs. I'm like, I'm like, okay, but so what I do now? What's gonna happen now? He was like,
oh yeah, more than likely you're gonna get locked up.
locked up. I was like, locked up? Go, you're taking me to jail, sir? Like,
Going to jail. You're going to jail.
you gotta take me to jail. He was like, yeah.
I need you to put your hands behind your back.
I'm like, what, y'all? I broke down when he was like, I need you to put your hands behind your back. I bust out crying.
I love you. P.O.P. all the time.
And so I yelled for my mom. I'm like, can you tell my mom? Like, she just got out of the hospital. Like, he was like, yeah.
I just need you to sit in the car first.
I'm like, sir, like, what you think I'm about to do? I'm not about to run. I am scared. Why would I run to put more on my plate? I am not stupid. Anywho, y'all, after he sits me in the car, he go talk to my mama. Then another cop comes, another crackerjack. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say on here. Crackerjack, because that's what these motherfuckers was. Anywho, another one come, and then a truck is coming, so we had to move over into the actual parking lot, not on the side, because we was blocking the way. So he puts me up to where I can hear him and my mama talking. Like, he put the window down and everything. And my mama my mama not making it no better. My mama was like, she's gonna have a panic attack, like she's gonna break down and cry. She said all this while I'm breaking down and I'm crying. I'm like, what? Like, oh, for a little ticket, a little no show for a ticket, y'all locking me up. This can't be real right now. I was so scared, like I was crying. Anyway, so they discussed it with my mama. Of course, you know my mama real, when she yell out, I'll be there to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm right behind you. I'm like, that's what I need to hear. That's my girl. That is my girl. Y'all, so he driving on the way, and he's like,
yeah, your mom tells me you never got locked up.
I'm like, now can't you see my record on this damn computer? You see I ain't never got locked up. You see me crying back here, so why would you ask me something like that? I think he was trying to lighten the mood for real, but he wasn't really doing nothing but pissing me off, because it's like, bruh, this shit not fun. So wait. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. When he did pull up to where my mama could see, he was respectful, because y'all, like I said, I barely had on no clothes. I mean, cheeks was out. Like, I had on some booty shorts and I had on a crop top. Y'all, look, anybody that know me know that I don't like to wear clothes for real. I don't. That's just a fact. Anyway, so that's what I had on, and he had to pat me, and I had on my coat. Of course, I had on a jacket, because I keep on a jacket 24/7. I had on a coat, but he had to pat me down and make sure I didn't have nothing like on me for real to take in. So he did that in front of my mom. It was still hella uncomfortable, but you know, he had to do it, I guess. So fast forward, we driving, he trying to make conversation, I'm not, and as he's driving, he's one of those nitpicking cops. Like, I kid you not, every car we passed, he found something wrong. He was like,
oh, she's on her phone. Oh, look, he's looking at, he's not even paying attention to the road.
I'm like, oh, you one of them cops. Like, you really care about your job, for like, you really, like, get him a promotion. Matter of fact, he wasn't bad, but I feel like he was being real phony. Like, I feel like you could tell like he was bored that day and he just wanted to get his quota. Point blank period. That's what it seemed like to me. So y'all, we get into the jail, like, in the back. So when you get to the jail, I don't know what they call it. I don't know if it's bookings or what, but that's when you gotta put, like, get them your earrings. They gotta you gotta tell them your name and your emergency contact and all that. So y'all, I kid you not, we're sitting outside because you got to get checked by the nurse too. You got to get checked by the nurse before you even walk in for booking or any of that. So we get there, and he's parked up. He parks up to another cop car. It's somebody else today about to book in too. Y'all, I kid you not, we stood out there waiting for like 30 minutes. Like, I was waiting 30 minutes just to go in. Like, we just chilling in the garage. Well, not even chilling, because I was standing up half naked, uncomfortable as I don't know what. Like, I mean, so uncomfortable. Like, he wasn't even like. Y'all, keep in mind why I also was irritated was because he was literally chatting it up with the cop. I mean, they was kikiing and hi-hiing him and the other cop that was in there. Yeah, you can go sit back in the car until everything gets situated. Like, I'm just standing out there like butt bulky naked for uncomfortable for 30 minutes. The nurse finally come. Y'all, I don't know what it is about this jail and them wanting to make jokes, but I was not in a joking mood that day. Like, when she asked her my name, she was like, yeah, but I'm gonna need to know your full name. And the police, he had my ID, he had my driver's license, so he just gave her the driver's license. And she was like,
oh wow, you have so many names. And
you know, they got the babbling about it. He was like,
Which one is your mom's name?
I'm like, sir, please get the fuck up. Please. Like, but I kiki with them a little bit, because you know I can't stay too serious for too long. I was like, nah, it's actually my grandma's name. Why you trying to be funny? Anywho, so yeah, we get the booking, and the other cop that was there, he was real cool. He was a big old black man. He was like,
Oh no, I can tell you ain't never been.
I was like, you right, I am scared. He probably saw the tear stains. Like, he was like, oh yeah, you ain't never been. I was like, what? He was like, what
You went here for?
I was like, a warrant. Then the white guy finished it up. The cop that liked me up, he finished it up. He was like,
Oh dang.
I'm like, right. He was like, well, did you ever call about your ticket? I was like, yeah, I called, but the lady said that I didn't have no court date or whatever. And then he got to talking. He was like,
Usually they tell you to come up to the court office and you can get it handled there. Most people just let you slide with it and tell you to go to the court.
I was like, oh, as I'm looking at the car, as the cop that locked me up. That's why I was like, he was just bored and trying to get his quota for real. So yeah, anyway, we get to the booking or whatever. I get him my information, my address, all that. Y'all, I'm getting booked with a heroin addict, a lady that was that's addicted to heroin. Like, that's who I got booked with her. But I'm not gonna lie, she was actually really nice. I really hope she get clean, because she was actually cool as shit. I can't even lie to you. So anywho, after all that is done, they take, them, bruh, when I tell you them jail doors will legit give you a headache, they will give you a headache. So they take us into the jail cell, basically. Population, well, no, it's not called population, because population is upstairs. The holding cell, basically the holding cell or whatever. And y'all, we get in there, you know, you gotta get checked by the nurse. You know, she gotta ask you hella questions, like ask you a lot of questions. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I promise I'm not over exaggerating. Like, y'all, she was asking if I ever been raped, or if I did get raped, how many years ago was it, was the man ever convicted. It was a lot that she was like, a lot of personal stuff that they ask you. Then they give you a shot. You gotta get a shot in your arm. I forgot what they call it, but you gotta get it. I'm like, what if they put in something in it? Like, I was just overthinking a lot. Girl, when I seen the phones, I waited a minute because I seen somebody on the phone. I was like, oh my gosh, what if I go up to the phone next to her and this girl get to screaming? Like, no, I'm good, because she was already loud and doing too much on the phone anyway. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna let Shorty have the phone. I said, I'm gonna let Shorty have the phone, because I know Mama Dukes is on her way. I know she probably already here. Y'all, I kid you not, the girls in the cell was cool as hell. Honestly, like, I didn't have a bad experience, like, with, like, being in the jail. So them girls was cool. They was chilling for real, joking and shit, telling stories and shit. And half of us that was in there, like, it was like 6 girls in there. 2 of them was in the actual cell by themselves, because I think they was withdrawn from heroin or something. Like, they was screaming when I ain't gonna lie, that scared me a little bit. They was screaming and whatnot, you know, going a little crazy from the withdrawal. But I guguess they gave them something to put them to sleep. So Yeah, the girls in there was pretty cool. It was an older lady from New Orleans. Like, she was like the mama of the group. And she was like, yeah, baby, you can use the phone. You know you can use the phone. She ain't gonna do that. I was like, oh, okay. And I went to go use the phone. I called my mama. And my mama was like literally already there. She was getting the money ready. That was the first time I called my mom. Like, she was telling me how she was getting the money ready and how she was there. So probably a couple more hours passed by. We chilling, the girls sharing stories. Honestly, it was a little kiki, but everybody was ready to go. Like, mind you, it's 3 hours by now. I called my mama again, and my mama was like, oh, don't be mad at me. I was like, why would I be mad at you? She was like, oh, Destiny here. Destiny is my best friend. And y'all, I love my best friend, but anybody that knows me knows that I don't like I don't like people in my in my business. Like, I don't want them to know personally what's going on, especially if it's like something traumatic for her. That's just me personally. I don't want nobody knowing for her. But that's my bestie, you know, she gonna find out eventually anyway. So I was like, oh no, I'm not mad. I figured, because mind y'all, while I was going to pick up my mama, me and her was texting because she was coming over. I was about to get some food. Like, she was coming over. What was I about to do? We was about to chill. I think we was like legit just about to chill. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. So after that passed, I tried to call my mama like plenty of times, but she never picked up. So I just assumed she was in the jail, and I didn't know when guests come in the jail that they can't bring their phone. That is so stupid. Like, yeah, if somebody coming to bail they person out, like, why can they not have their phone? They want you to be so miserable in there. Anywho, so y'all, mind you, this by 5 hours now. They getting hungry. Girl, I wasn't about to eat. I wasn't about to touch nothing. Like, y'all, ask me what they had. They had a little thing of SpaghettiOs, like in a container. They had spaghetti. It was spaghetti, which was SpaghettiOs. They had this little freaking cake thing, cornbread cake looking thing. They had some corn. And they had something else. I think it was a roll or something. Look, the heroin addict that I got locked up with, she was tearing it up, y'all. I didn't eat nothing. I was like, I'm not about to eat that. And y'all, anybody that know me know that I love spaghetti. I got a can of SpaghettiOs in the pantry right now. But I'm like, like, I'm not about to eat nothing. I don't even want to touch nothing. Mind y'all, my back broke out with the chairs, by the chairs, because I was leaned up trying to take me a little nap, and I broke out by the chairs. Y'all, now you would think they would have gave me something to cover up because I barely had on clothes. They didn't give me nothing, but I wasn't gonna take it anyway because I did not want to dress out. So y'all, about 6 hours passed now. They're just, after 6 hours of me being there, they're just now taking me in to do my mugshot and my fingerprints, y'all. They're just now after 6 hours. So I go and do that. The man that gets me, like, he's making jokes, and I'm just like, bro, please stop. Like, he was making corny jokes. Like, they were really, really corny. He was like, this your first time? I'm like, yeah. He was like, oh, I can tell. I'm like, okay. So we get there, and we get to the pictures, and he's like joking and whatnot. And I ain't gonna lie, one of the little jokes that he said was funny, so I smiled, like, in my little mugshot. Y'all, he deleted the picture and said,
Damn, you can't smile in your mugshot.
I said, really? I didn't know you couldn't. Like, I'm finna call Shaq. Cause wait, why you can't smile in your mugshot? That's crazy. Like, y'all want us to look miserable? That's insane. So he takes it again and I don't smile. I thought that was like a little funny because when I look at my mugshot, I'm like, bruh, the first time I legit smiled. Like, oh my gosh. Then y'all, after he do all that, mind you, he gotta touch. Y'all, they got to get your whole hand. The fingerprint is not a fingerprint, it's your whole hand. They gotta get your thumb. They gotta get all individual fingers, and they gotta get your palm and then your whole hand. I'm like, okay, this is a lot. So remember y'all, I barely got on no clothes. So as I'm leaving out, we're walking past the guy jail cell. They got a little window where they can see out for real, and they hoopering and hollering, cause you know, anywho, I was so scared. I was like, like, I like ghetto shit, but not this ghetto. This is too ghetto.
Ghetto. I like ghetto shit, but not this shit. This shit is corny.
Like, but y'all, I get back in there, and you know what I'm saying, I try to get me a little nap. And mind y'all, it's freezing cold. It seemed like every hour it was getting cold, bro. Like, I was shivering. I was so cold. I can't lie, I was cold. But so it's like about 6 hours when he get back, 6 hours and some change. And y'all, I also skipped a part. Mind you, in the beginning, within my first hour of getting in the jail, I had already signed the paper to sign myself out, because my mama and my best friend had already. So yeah, my phone lost storage, and I know I'm looking here right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the rest. So I had signed my self-sign out papers within the first 2 hours I was there, because my mama and my best friend had already paid for me to, they had already paid my fee for me to be able to get out. Y'all, after 6 hours is when they took me back to get my mug shot. The next hour is when I actually got out, like when I got out of jail, when they took me up to the front. As like when the lady even came back and called my name, she asked me if I had everything. Mind y'all, remember I had on a jacket. Y'all, they took my jacket. Like, they took my jacket and my ear, all my earpiece and my nose ring and all that. So no, they didn't take my nose ring was the only thing that they didn't take. So y'all, when she came back, it was like, do you got everything? I was like, no, y'all got a whole bag of my stuff. She was like, hold on, let me go find. Girl, before I could even say never mind, y'all can keep it, I'm ready to go, she had already closed the door and went to go find it. So another 10 minutes go by. She was taking her time on purpose at this point. Another 10 minutes go by. She get my stuff. I get it. Girl, I'm putting on my coat. Y'all, when I tell y'all that walk seems so long to get to the front, bro. That was a long, miserable walk, bro. Like, I was just ready to go. But, you know, I come out. Best friend give me a hug. I hug my mama. And, you know, we out. And, yeah, that's that. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And tell your mama to tell your mama to tell your grandma and your uncles and your aunties to look at this story time, because it's really funny to me.
I'm so fucking tired of being alone. I'm so tired of trying to find love on him. I mean, damn.
Keep it a stat. Bitches is acid, we keeping it crap. Bad little redhead, she about to black. We come out, it's a movie, but we don't do that. Live from London, straight from the palace. Manda, my gallus, I text us like Dallas. Keep it a bean, yo. He